rook.
I'm gonna go with draw.
Okay.
Safer one. Anyways, let's see. 5 out of 5, and once again, on we have Magnus on 4.5, but it would be next. So we'll start with our leaders board. So Artemiev knight f3, d5, g3, maybe g6 or c5, bishop g2, knight f6, knight c6, allowing d4, e6, castles, knight f6, c5,
c4.
c4 was it c4. Can we see a different angle? Probably will not. No, yeah.
Oh, CD4. Okay.
So
For a second it looks straight, but anyway.
Sort of anti-Grunfeld reversed, something like that. I mean,
but it should be suspicious.
Yeah, knight b3 and c4, like in Grunfeld, maybe.
Yes.
But Pragg played it all very quickly, so he knows his line.
Right.
And so knight c6 is also an option, and then c4, and then queen a4, queen c2, or knight b3. Knight b3, bishop b6.
And now c4.
c4, dc, probably e4 he plays. e4 is quite untypical for Grunfeld. I mean, you would just take on e4 and ask, why did you give it to me? I mean, he would probably take on e4. I think it's...
Yes, and a queen d8, I can play knight d8, and then knight f6.
Or bishop d7.
d4, okay.
d4, more principled decision. So, what's going on here? e5 is asking for itself at some point. I mean, if white manages to pull e5, he would be great, but probably e5, I can just take on e5.
knight e5, c3 maybe.
Yeah, to try to play for the initiative of bishop f4 and then c3. Because if you don't play like that, I mean, black will build up quite a solid...
If black plays e5, I think then it's almost what black wants.
c3. He undermines the pawn chain immediately, takes on d4, and now he will play e5. No, you must play e5. Knight e5 is impossible.
But e5, knight g7.
Yeah, and then you build f4 and something.
f4, yeah.
And knight e2, knight e4.
Because of bishop f5 somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too ambitious. Okay,
yeah.
Now, knight a3.
Knight e7. I would have thought bishop e6 should be possible. Maybe then f4 is coming.
So at some point, white has to do something very active in the center, because otherwise, if black will play bishop e6, and this pawn on d4 may become very, very dangerous. I'll go d3, and this knight on a3 doesn't help you actually to stop my initiative, and then your forecasts will actually materialize. So knight e7. I start liking black's position, because knight a3, feels a bit sort of. Maybe knight c4 to drag your bishop away, or at least to trade my...
No, knight c4, I'll just play bishop e6.
Yeah, then I take on b6, and at least I have a couple of bishops, and then e5. No, he played bishop f4, allowing bishop e6, and wants to play knight b5, obviously, to implant the knight on this.
So bishop f4, bishop e6, knight b5 castles, and then...
That's what would happen, I think. Knight d6, g5, knight b7, queen d7, bishop g5, queen b7, and some play.
No, queen d7, I have knight c5 still, so you have to go queen c8, knight d6, queen d7.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
But maybe I will not go queen. Okay, it's too complex, so we'll see this. Knight
okay, now we'll see.
No, he didn't play. He played rook c1. Anyways, very, very complex strategic battle. In general, black should be okay, but white has, let's say, if white doesn't manage to create something concrete within a couple of moves, then black would be fine. Knight g6. Yeah, that's maybe a good move, actually.
Yes, because if I can take the e5 square, then...
Yeah, and bishop d6 is met by bishop c4, importantly. So you cannot play bishop d6 and e5. That's what you probably would have wanted to play. So queen d2, but now if you give your bishop away, I'm just absolutely fine with black. Maybe better with black already. Takes, and whatever. Bishop c7 or d3, takes on f4, gf. And mind the clock. Artemiev has only 120. And
but you've already gone fishing with knight b4, I don't know.
Queen e7, a bit too solid. It feels a bit too solid move, queen e7. I mean,
on the other hand, white's knight on b3 is really the black sheep.
Queen d6, so he's... Maybe knight b4 was indeed the strongest, because knight d3 was strong.
A threat also knight a2.
Knight b4. Yeah, because queen e7 feels like a bit inconcrete, right?
Yes.
Very general move.
Knight b4, it just looked good. I don't know, maybe there was a specific problem with knight takes b6 at rook fd1, but I can always play queen takes.
You can play intermezzo also with knight d3 and knight c1.
Correct.
So queen f6.
Queen f6, okay. Now e5, he'll go queen h6 or something.
Yeah, e5 he has to play anyways, whatever black does.
Yes, queen h6.
Queen h6. Yes, queen on d6 starts looking a bit trapped. I will go rook d8, he'll have to go to a3 or something, and I'll go d3. So something is urgently needed.
Wait, hang on a second. Knight takes b4, you go rook, but then rook fd8. Then you go
knight c6, knight e7,
d7. That's why he has to go to h6, not g6.
But he didn't think about it, I think. It just worked out this way. Sometimes when you make a good move, it actually allows you to do something in the later stage, just you didn't realize when you made this move. So knight d4, what's another option? Queen c7, maybe some sort of a move. But if my pawn from d3 starts moving, then it spells trouble. Bishop takes c6, maybe.
BC?
And then to take on d4.
But then if you take with the thing, rook a8 simply
Rook
wins the
a8,
piece.
yeah, I can't sacrifice there. And if I take with the queen, no, rook d1, very slow move. And on a2.
First of all, rook a2 is
knight d4,
minimum, no?
he wants to escape. So. No, obviously black is doing well. He will not take on a2, I think.
No, wait, rook a2, knight takes d4, can I go rook d8? Oh, then queen c7, and back rank is now a problem, yeah.
So what to do? So Prague has extra minute. Artemiev is only 23 seconds. A very complex position and probably slightly worse for white. We don't know what's actually an angel's evaluation, but it feels like black is surely out of danger and white is possibly...
The only problem for Prague is now he has to find a concrete line, calculate something and see if there's a win.
Yeah,
or some big advantage.
So you see that Prague feels that it's a critical moment. He already spent over 20 seconds, but is a clear way? I don't see it. Maybe just rook d8. I mean, rook d8, queen d7, queen c7, and
d3.
Something.
Just d3.
Yeah, takes on b7.
Then I take on e5.
Yeah, takes on b6. It's a bit difficult to see the progress, but it feels that bishop g4, some play will be there. I mean, black is out of risk in this line. It feels he spends too much time now. He spent almost a minute now.
But it is tempting to nail this one, right?
So rook d8, is that what he does? Queen c7, bishop g4 immediately. So f3.
Right, yeah. Oh, this is nice.
So rook d2, rook d3. D3. Maybe rook d3 was a smart move, but I'm not sure. D3 and now
queen takes b6. Okay.
So he wants.
He can also come back to e3 sometimes.
Yeah, but he wanted to play knight takes e5, but now he realized that queen takes h6. That's probably what he blundered. I think Prague missed it.
But how bad is knight takes e5 anyway?
Queen h6.
Queen h6, g h6.
That may follow, yeah. But then f4.
F4, I go knight c4. Knight c4.
No, he went queen h5, but
now f4. He's hoping for knight d. No, what is he hoping?
He can play f3 also.
Yeah, but f4 is nice. We just shut that thing down because the queen side is collapsing.
It feels that tables have
bishop
turned.
e2, rook e1 or something?
Bishop e2 will be played probably. I don't see any other move actually.
Even queen b7 I might consider.
Yeah, but bishop e2 at least protects you and you know...
Yeah.
Bishop e2 has...
So rook
f2. That's a bit surprising. That he has to release his queen because without queen he can't do much.
I mean, rook e1 seemed to suggest itself, right?
Yeah, it's strange. He probably...
Now what? Knight takes e5?
Wow, queen e6. Only 2 seconds. Prague makes move with 2 seconds.
Why didn't he take on e2?
Well, we don't have time for that. Queen e7.
So knight e2.
Queen h3 probably.
Yes.
3 seconds for...
and then knight e2 and he's 2 pawns up, yeah.
Prague made a move with 1 second only. And now he's down 2 pawns, but... I mean, no buts. The position is totally lost, but the times are very low.
Yeah, b3 and...
So 12 seconds. We saw Dubov escaping from much worse positions than this one in the previous game. Maybe not much, but still worse position. C5, rook d5.
No. E6. F5. Oh, this is nicer because you create a pass.
Rook d8. Rook e8. 4 seconds for Prague, 6 seconds for Artemiev. 5, 4, h4. H5 probably. H5.
King h2.
King h2. Queen c4, queen c6, queen e4, queen b5 back.
Rook
probably.
No, not rook e5.
He must hang to queens now. 1 second.
And e6, yeah.
Probably was 1 second. E6, fe. Maybe f6 was tempting. Rook b4.
Queen d5.
Queen g6 probably he'll go. Queen g6 attacking. Queen c6, king h2.
Yeah, king h2.
King g1 for something.
And then
blundering rook
check,
g4.
yeah.
Queen f7. He blundered, but and resigned because queen h5 check next and queen takes g4. Artemiev says it was unclear and so on. Yeah, they exchange opinions. Prague is visibly upset because he led on the clock and had better position. And we're switching for Rapport playing against Christensen. Once again, a few seconds for Christensen. Rapport has a better endgame, but close to a draw, right? And we have
done a trick,
Magnus won against Vahidov when Vahidov blundered and lost in 1 move, basically. And we see Rapport visibly nervous with only a few seconds. King c4, knight c3. So suddenly, actually, Christensen's pawn. No, it's not pawn. So he's trying.
He's trying to save it, but he probably has.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah.